Mr. Schaefer, DCYF certainly is a department and a population that has been hit by this pandemic, perhaps a little bit harder than the average person has. As it pertains to placements that we have, familial placements, where we put a child or children into a home with a family member, maybe it's grandma, maybe it's auntie, what have you. I know that some funds were made available to address this issue, but I am wondering if there will be more funds or continued funds made available to offset a certain phenomenon there, where if grandma is living on, a limited income, perhaps a small pension, what have you, and she was able to take care of the kids when they spent a good portion of their day at school and they were fed at school, et cetera, now she has to keep them at home, deal with technology, feed them 3 squares a day. Clearly, the costs for those types of settings and placements are going to rise for that family member who now has to take care of the children. The alternative would be to not use a familial placement and put them into the foster care system, which is exponentially more expensive, exponentially more detrimental to the overall health of the child and the situation in general. So I think we all agree that we want to keep those children in the familial placement. So will monies be made available to help those families so that they can continue to care for their relatives that are in their foster care through DCYF?
Yes, and I remember the earlier on in the public health emergency, as you recall, that we had similar discussions and money sort of being made available to do exactly what you just described. In terms of future plans and where we are now, I'll confess I don't want to get too far over my skis on the child welfare topic and speak from a place of ignorance. So let me take that back to Director O'Coin and Secretary Jones and the DCYF team and make sure we follow up appropriately with more information on that.
I appreciate that. That's great, and I look forward to the answer at our next meeting. Thank you very much, Director Scott and Director Schaefer.